or we put too much importance on like muscles and men should have this. I'm being quiet because I'm not at home. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome period if you're new here. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and giving me a chance. Here at You To Be Beautiful, I believe that if you have a beautiful mind, you too will have a beautiful life, because if there is something wrong in here, there is something wrong out here. Today we are going to talk about men oppression. Yes, I said it. Men are oppressed just as women are oppressed. I'm going to also take you along with me on a little bit of my morning routine, which is sketching, because I need to be an excellent artist in order to make people amazing logos and graphic designing, eventually get into animation, voice acting, and write my own scripts, and just all these things that I want to do for myself. This is my first step. I have to get better at sketching because this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna do my sketching while I talk to you. If we don't fix what's wrong with the male aspect, energy, yada, 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 then how do we expect to fix the women's side? There's just no way. We have to fix both sides, and both sides have their negative aspects. And I'm here to highlight the men's side first, because I want to give them the credit that they deserve in this area, even though they're not fighting for it, because I don't think they have yet to realize what's going on. But it's okay. Some men out there have realized what has happened and what's going on, and the social expectations that men are supposed to fill, and their role here on earth, and the pressure that they endure, right? So I'm gonna pull up my reference photo. Hold, please. I don't understand this war that we have between men and women, and men should do this. Why are we even having this conversation? Why can't we just be a community of human beings that just exist and try to figure out our world problems as a unit, instead of blaming the other sex and men are stupid and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I moved positions because nobody respects me around this place. I'm kidding. That's a lie. But damn, bro. The male counterpart, energetically speaking, male energy. If we have a blockage there, then they're going to affect, like I said, our ecosystem, because this is so ugly. We are all connected, whether we like it or not. It's just the same way that the virus, we know the virus started in China, and we thought it wasn't going to reach us here in the USA. I remember I bought tickets to do my yoga course and stay a month in India. And that's when it just started in China, when I had bought the tickets. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh snap, it's gonna come over here. I don't know why I bought the ticket for this summer. Like, why would I do that? That was literally dumb. I would have asked everybody around, and everybody would say, it's not gonna come over here. It's not gonna come over here. We were on lockdown for 3 months. It came over here. So just the way that a virus can travel from across the ocean, we are all connected, whether we like it or not. So if the male aspect has blocked energy, then that is going to affect the energy flow of women, and we have to then heal ourselves within this realm. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but I'm going to continue with my points because I need to continue this. I'm probably going to draw this twice because I'm trying to trust the process. Before I continue with this video, I just want to mention that everybody in this world, non-binary even, has energy that is female and masculine. It doesn't matter if you identify as a toilet, okay? You are gonna have a masculine and feminine energy. That's just the way it works. That's how we define them, and that's what they are. It's not about gender. It's just about the masculine energy within me is what helps me get out of bed and reach my goals, make plans, use my muscles. That's what masculine energy is, whether we describe it as masculine or not. We've just named it masculine, and we're naming an energy. So the energy itself is not a gender. Does that make sense? Like, it just has traits that we have named it masculine, not that like I have more male energy in my body than a female energy. And I am a female, and I identify as a female, as a she, her. And I like they, them because of this reason that we're talking about. Like, why is it that because I'm a woman, I'm less than? Doesn't make sense to me. I have fingers, I have toesies, I have a brain, I have an arm, I have an elbow. I may be smaller than male. I may have like less testosterone. I may have this, but as a woman, I'm a complement to what men don't have, or anybody for that matter don't have. So just because I am different doesn't mean that I'm less than So that's why I don't mind the they them movement in a sense. Way on a tangent here, but I just want to mention that when I talk about masculine and feminine, I'm not talking about gender. I'm just talking about what we've named these energies that are within us that have now been gender based, I guess. But it's not. It's just the name we've given it. Okay. There are different implied roles for men to live in the society in different classes. The lower class, the middle class, and the high class are going to have different social rules, and the way that they interact with the world. What is expected from them is going to be different in every class, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about each and every class. I'm also not going to mention anybody in the LGBTQ plus community, because the way that they interact with the world is also different, and what is expected from people and living as a person that is from the LGBTQ plus community has different standards and different conflicts that each of them faces every day that I will not be mentioning in this video. I'm sure I'm gonna miss some points, so if I do miss any points, please put it down below and tell me what I missed and what you feel. Let's define oppression first. A state of being to unjust treatment or control, mental pressure or distress, the feeling of being heavily burdened mentally, physically by troubles, adverse conditions, anxiety. So it's just the act of being devalued or being made feel uncomfortable due to yada yada, because there's different types of oppression, right? There's different categories in which one could be oppressed, and today we're specifically talking about male oppression. So the first point that I'm going to make is that men have to prove their manliness by being sexual with multiple women. Somehow proving that they can get laid essentially gives a man the male status, and I think that we can even see this in the animal kingdom. Like if you fight to the death and I think that's walruses or sea lions. It's sea lions that they fight. The biggest, strongest male is the one that gets to have sex with the female in, I don't know, up for the running. I don't know how sea lions decide these things, but they do. And we've kind of just evolved from animals, of course. And we have so many animalistic characters that we just have to throw out the window, you know? And people say that like, oh, but it's natural and it's human nature. Yeah, but when human nature or whatever causes us to build a bomb and then throw a bomb at each other, what are we going to say? Oh, that's a cycle of life. Like, no, we are more than capable to sit down and think about the actions, versus animals. They just kind of do, and they're not really hurting anybody. They're really just out here catching their fish. They don't make plastic. They don't sit here and like make a company and then hire people. And like we love to pick and choose when we get to be natural and animalistic. Like you can't tell me that we're animalistic when I'm living under this roof. We made air conditioning, we have light bulbs, we have running water, we have indoor plumbing, we have so many things that animals don't have. So we are not the same as animals. Therefore, why do we use that as an excuse for our behavior? Because that's what it is. So when men have this pressure of literally having to figure out how they're gonna get laid, when they're gonna get laid, these are non-religious people, because I feel like there's another point to make for people that are religious. I can only speak from a female perspective because obviously I was raised as a woman, I was raised as a little girl, and I experienced male oppression from a female side. So I can't really speak completely on how men feel and what they actually would talk about and like how they feel about the subject. But as a woman, I felt sexually pressured and I lost my virginity because I felt pressured to lose my virginity. Why? Because he was probably feeling like he needed to seal the deal because we had been dating for 7 months and it was like time, and he was pressured and he would hang out with the cool guys. That it was a thing that became constant, and he was like, oh, let's do it, 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 oh, let's do it. And as a woman going out to the clubs and going out, period, it's really, really evident that just men just really want to get laid, you know? And there's something to say about the fact that we expect men to prove their manliness by getting laid. And if there's a player, he is praised, he is congratulated if he is sleeping with multiple women and they clap it up in the club. They're like, oh my God, you gonna get laid tonight, bro? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. As if that even matters, honestly. Bro, it's just a thing. It is literally a thing for men to be seeking that manliness and that approval among their peers through the power of getting laid. And that has issues and causes issues with men that essentially don't get laid, because there's going to be a difference between the man that actually is able to pick up a woman and get her number and then, you know, do the deed, and there's men that just don't have the capability to actually hit on a woman properly, and they do it very evident that they just want to get laid, or they just do it in a gross way that just turns us off. And then there's theory out there floating around the internet, and floating around in the sex outside the lines. It's possibly that men are sexually aggressive towards women because they need to prove themselves, and that might be a reason on why some men choose to take what they want without consent. That is a problem. Second thing that we are going to talk about today is the fact this is coming out so bad. I cannot even with this drawing. We're going to talk about the fact that men are supposed to be providers, and that we put that pressure onto men. And on top of the fact that there are a lot of feminists out there that want to speak about, oh, let's do equality and let's do all this, but then when a push comes to shove, babe, you want a man to provide, and you want a man to pay for your dinner, and you want a man to pay for your eyebrows and your eyelashes and your this, like, pick a lane. You gotta pick a lane. Want to know what lane I'm in? I'm in the lane of I don't want crap from you. You know what I want from someone? I want decency, I want respect, I want equality, and I want you to think about me in our relationship. That's what I want. I don't need you to pay for anything. I don't need you to pay my rent. But men are expected to do these things because that's where we came from. That is how society was built back then. Women were damsels in distress. Women got off the boat quicker because, you know, they need to take care of the children. Women take care of children. Women change diapers. Women do this, which we have our roles, you know. To each their own, completely to each their own. People are allowed to do whatever they want. If you are a woman and you want to be a stay-at-home mom, then, you know, that's the fight that you're going to pick, and that's what you choose to do. You have to figure out what it is that you want. But having men be providers, they need to provide and pay the rent, and they're just providers because back then they used to hunt their food, our food, and that was their role. But we are now in a society again that we have capitalism, and you know what, baby, you're not hunting for you're not hunting for so why are you the provider? What I'm not saying I want to provide for you because I don't, because I've met men that need everything done for them, and so you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna make my money, I'm gonna make you food, and I'm gonna take out the garbage too, and I'm gonna clean the house too, and it's just me. What are you gonna do? What do you bring to the table? Because where are you providing? Where? So that is an issue. Like, if you're gonna be the provider and you want to live that role, then you gotta live that role, because my dad lives that role and he does that for women. He really does. But he is like an old, you know, Hispanic, and I feel like if you don't want to live that role, baby, then fight the fight. Then why? Like, go about it. Go ask why. Go figure it out. You know, I can't figure it out for you. I have my own to fight for, like my equality, but you need to figure it out because you are no longer the provider. I'm sorry to tell you, that doesn't exist anymore unless you make it happen. Women are no longer expecting, well, I don't know, I'm not expecting a man to provide for me. I'm really not. I don't give a if you provide for me. I don't need that. But, you know, I'm a different breed and I understand that. But the fact that men are expected to provide for women puts a lot of pressure on top of men, and it's a lot to have to wake up and be like, damn, I have to take care of my entire family. If I not, they're gonna die. And that's just not true anymore. That is just not true anymore. And I feel like a person and a male has to be really clear on why it is that they feel the way. Like, if that's what you feel and that's what you want for your life, and you want to be a provider for your family because you feel good doing that, then great, go do that. Men just really have to analyze their role and their entire psyche. Like, what do you want? What do you want? What kind of goals do you want for your future? I'm sure you want to have a lot of money. I'm sure you want to have this, but men are, yeah, that's another thing. Men are expected to have guap. Men are expected to have a lot of money, and when they don't, they might feel inadequate. And this is coming from research that I did, because again, I am not a man. I do not live in a man's shoes. I don't know what they do, but there's a popular view that if you are a man making a mediocre salary, then you're considered to be less than. And that's just not true, because money does not equal value. Money is a means of being abundant and being able to travel, being able to enjoy your life, being able to buy good food that is good fuel for your body. It's not for you to be here and be losing your brain over the fact that you need a whole bunch of money to prove to so and so that you are indeed a man. That's just, I can imagine that to be very detrimental on somebody's life if they live their life like that. Another factor that contributes to men feeling depressed is the fact that to men, emotions equal weakness. Crying equals weakness. Feeling sad equals weakness. Why do men feel like that? Because society has ingrained that in their head. Why? Because back then they didn't show emotions, because you're not supposed to, because you're a man and only women get hysterical. Women are constantly the butt of the joke, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Mind your business. Bleed for once a month for hair. See how you like it. Since men believe that emotions equal weakness, then there goes all of our care. Men run this world, and if you are not emotionally in tune with yourself and you are depriving yourself of regular ass human emotions just because you think that they make you weak, then that's a huge problem, because you are no longer able to show what your true feelings are. And it shouldn't be embarrassing to be sad. It shouldn't be embarrassing or weak or make you less than a man, because you are a man. You were born a man. Why is it that you being born a male with male genitalia and you choosing to show up in the world and you identify as a man, why isn't that enough? Why do you have to go above and beyond and say, oh, well, men don't have emotions, oh, don't cry because you know that makes you less than? And that's just not true. We need to heal that part in the male world, because just because you feel sad and you feel some type of way one day doesn't mean that you are less than a man. That's just ridiculous, and that is just ingrained in the population of men, and it shouldn't be like that. Why should it be like that? You should be able to express yourself any way you want without being challenged of, oh, well, you're not a man. What? Okay, listen, it's terrible. I want to be Picasso. So there's this woman, her name is Barbara Stevens, and I read her paper on men being sexually oppressed, and she had a male patient that these rules of society really affected him in the way that he perceives and speaks to women. And I just wanted to mention that there was a point in her paper, I'm just going to try to link it down below if I still have it, that she talks about men being the sole contributor to the downfall of humanity, and that's just not true. And I just want to say that because it's up to women too. We are the ones that are contributing to the fact that we want to have our, when I say we, I'm talking about the general population of women, that we want to be taken care of and we want to be a stay-at-home mom, which I have a little sister now, and she is a tornado and annoying. Can be annoying. She's adorable, but like it takes a lot of work. I would want to stay at home as well with my child if I were to have a child ever, because I would want to raise a nice human being that contributes to society. So I do understand where women are coming from in that, in having to raise a child and work. Raise a child and have a job is not ideal. I wouldn't wish that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And the amount of women out here that do raise children and have a job, kudos to you, bro. You're superhuman, bro, because that is crazy. I would never, ever. All right, I'm gonna have to draw this again, because this is my finished drawing. This is my finished product, and we're gonna draw it again because it's not that I hate it, but I don't like it. Like, I don't want to throw up on it. I just want to gag on it. Like, I want to put my bird on it. No, that's too much. I want to gag on it. Just Evil Dead Rising on it. I love that movie. Anyways, I want to say that I don't agree with her. I think that we all contribute to the downfall of society, and it's definitely not all on men, because women are women, men are men, we are all human. Doesn't matter the gender. What the does a gender have to do with anything? With being a person that's contributing to the negativity in the world? It has nothing to do with it. Makes no sense to me. I think that we all just need to come together as a unit and look out for each other, male or female. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We are all in this together. I am your counterpart. You need me. I need you. We can't live without each other. Let's be nice. Let's play nice. Let's play nice. Let's play nice. Due to the fact that men can't be emotionally weak ever, because having emotions makes you weak apparently, they're expected to be rational at all times, and that is why you see a man always cool, calm, collected, and never showing emotions. And what happens when men don't show their emotions? Listen, men out there that don't show their emotions, I don't like it. I'm not going to speak for women as a whole, but it's really annoying not to know what the hell you're thinking. If we're in a relationship, I need to know what you're thinking. I need to know how you feel. I need to know if you're sad. I need to know if you're happy. I need to know if something bothered you. I need to know if you had a bad day. I need to know about your life. I need to know how you feel about your family. I need to know all these things. If you don't open up and you have a wall because you equate human emotions to being negative and unmanliness, and eventually you're gonna have a breakdown, bitch. You're gonna break down because where the is that other emotion gonna be, honey? You're gonna have a heart attack. Let it out. Cry it out. Cry on my shoulder. I won't tell anybody. I won't tell no one that you cried on my shoulder. Just cry on my shoulder a little bit. Come on. And this is a problem because how are you going to run a company or make decisions for the world as a president or, you know, run politics or all this bullshit if you refuse to show your emotions and if you refuse to show who you really are because you equal that as being negative and being less than, and womanly traits are less than, and there we go again. We're fighting against women and we just think that because we have emotions that we choose to show them because I choose to show my emotions and I will never choose otherwise because that is who we are. We are human beings. We are not robots. Just because you don't show your emotions doesn't mean you don't have any. And I think that's a really big problem that we have in our society. Therefore, that makes you act different and you are oppressed. You are oppressed. You are made to feel less than if you choose emotions because that is just the way our society is and our society has been taught, and it's ridiculous. I think we can all agree on that. In the article that I read, it says that 95% of men are incapable of opening up. I don't know where they got that statistic from. I don't know what the hell, but listen. I don't think they're wrong, all right? But to say that men are incapable, I think is a little far-fetched because you are more than capable of opening up. You just choose not to. You just choose not to. That's just literally it. You choose not to open up, period. Since men are ingrained in the head that having emotions is weak, then guess who they view as weak? I am not weak because I choose to show my emotions and I refuse to quiet myself up about them. I don't care what you say. I refuse to let you in. I really do. Women are seen as weak because emotions equal weakness. Therefore, guess who doesn't get respected in workplaces? And guess who doesn't get respected in social places or places of power? Places, period. Damn, I can't even get my respect when I'm playing paintball. A bitch can't even play paintball without paintballing like a girl. Like, oh, but you have a bruise on your ass crack though, because I got you good. I don't have any bruises. Nowhere on my body. I ain't got no bruises, but bruises on their ass crack. And then he chooses to say, oh, well, I didn't have any bullets. Babe, you ran out of bullets. I don't know what to say. What do you think in war we're going to be like, oh, don't shoot. I ran out of bullets. No, but bam, you're dead. Why'd you run out of bullets? So I can't even get my respect in a paintball scenario. And I know that this video is about men and their oppression, but this is how men being oppressed, period, emotionally as well, contributes to the downfall of society as a whole. It's not to say that there are women out there that see a man crying that aren't going to be like, oh, he's not a man, because both parties are involved. Both male and female expect from people these unreasonable traits to like asking men literally not to show their emotions. And we have been trained for decades and centuries like that. Men do not show emotions, just walk it off. So it contributes to the fact that men view weakness as less than And so then women are just always going to be less than. Always. That's not going to change unless we choose to change it. Men have a big task. They want to heal their aspect, but they have to break out of religious and cultural expectations that we have on them, because the Hispanic culture, from experience, they are expected to be a man and to provide and to do all the things, and women are supposed to cook at home and this and that. But it's kind of just messed up, because my mom still works, and like she's with a Hispanic dude. Like she doesn't stay at home and do nothing. So why are we what like what is this? We're in the 21st century and we still haven't, I don't get it. Why we're still expecting people to play these gender roles when they no longer exist. Our lines are grayed. Women work. We fought for our rights to work. We fought for all this, and I want it because I just don't want to be viewed as less than. I don't want to live my life like that. It's really annoying. I'd much rather be single for the rest of my life than have to spend my life playing a role that I don't want to play and being a person that I don't feel that it fits me. I don't want to stay at home. I've never wanted children. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's not for me. It's not for Linda Cobas. Unless I'm adopting, then I don't want any kids. Don't come at me with no kid. Like let's fix this first before we talk about kids, all right? Because I don't want to bring anybody into this world the way that it is today. It's ridiculous. All these things that I've talked about contribute to men feeling like women are objects. And I can attest to that because I feel like a walking object. Like I am chosen to be viewed as an inanimate object. Legit. That is what I am when I go out and I look like this. Just because I'm in little shorts and I'm in a little thing, it means that I want to, I don't know, I'm not human. Apparently I'm not human. And that really bothers me. And it's not on men. It's because we have these societal expectations. We have societal pressures and expectations for men to have sex with women, not have emotion, provide. There's just too much pressure, and people crack under the pressure. Okay, it's not working out. We expect too much for a male counterpart. We do. They're not wrong. So all these things are built into our system, our schools. It's built into our religion. Take care of your old lady. Happy wife, happy life. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Why? Everybody's free to choose their own path, male or female. And all these things are affecting us as a whole. That's how it's coming along so far. I like it better than the other one. Man, if you're watching out there, there's any man watching this, I just want to let you know that you came out of your mom's vagina being enough, or a person's vagina being enough. Just because society expects you to be or think a certain way and be a provider and go hunt, and it's all cool if you want to do that, but at least be in tune with your emotions. And so many men are gonna scoff at that because emotions are weak. So then women are weak. And then I'm just an object, and I don't exist, and I don't matter to you. My opinion doesn't matter, apparently, because I have emotions. I guess my message to men is, it's okay. You don't have to be anything that you don't want to be. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. And that is the truth. This is a big, strong chin. Oh yeah, you're also expected to have muscles. Expected to be like the specimen of like perfection. Now granted, women too have big tits, have a big ass, have a beautiful face. We just care so much about that really just at the end of the day it doesn't matter. Because if you're unable to communicate with your partner, if you're unable to satisfy each other and fulfill each other's desires and goals on what you want your relationship and your life to be like, then your physical attributes don't really mean much, do they? I understand that we need to be attracted to our partners, because I will never be with anybody that I am not physically attracted to. Because sorry, can't do it, won't do it. But they don't have to be Ken. You don't have to look like Ryan Gosling, babe. I don't even think Ryan Gosling is that cute. I don't think any man is that cute, honestly. I think women are way, way hotter than any man I will ever see. That's a lie. You know who's sexy? No, I don't know who's sexy. Who is sexy? I actually don't know who's sexy. Who do I think is sexy like that? Like, see, I like Ryan Reynolds, but the reason I love Ryan Reynolds is his acting. I love all the characters that he plays. Like, I love him so much. Then I also love Seth MacFarlane. He's a creator of what's his face, a Family Guy, an American Dad, and I just, on sight, he's pulling his pants down, on sight. Then there's also Charlie Day. I don't know what it is about Charlie Day, but like, I would love Charlie Day as a partner. Anybody who resembles Charlie Day, he would make me laugh. Like, he's a person that I could go on vacation with, and I don't think he would mind crying on my shoulder, and I would love that. I would love that. You know, obviously don't be crying all the time, because like, I want to have fun too, and I'm not crying all the time. But like, I don't know, something about Charlie Day too. Chris Hemsworth is obviously sexy, but it's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, his muscles, oh my gosh. Like, no, I just want a cute personality. I just want you to make me laugh. I just want you to make me laugh. And then women, that is who's beautiful to me. That is who I am simping over. Olivia Wilde. But I think my first crush was Olivia Wilde. I was obsessed with the movie that Ryan Reynolds was in, but like, Ryan Reynolds who in that movie? It was all about Olivia Wilde, baby. Olivia Wilde is fine as hell. I would never have a relationship with Doja. She would never have a relationship with me, ever. But I'd be her friend. I think she's very, 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 very attractive, even with her bald head, because her bald head match her. And I love that bitch. And I think she's funny. And I don't know if she's in the Illuminati or not. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm in denial. I'm in hella denial right now. But she's fine, and I would never date her because of her personality. I just think our life would be too chaotic. It's just too much for me. But yeah, I say all that to say that looks don't matter. Or we put too much importance on like muscles, and men should have this. There's a difference between looking in the mirror and like loving your body the way it is, and then also having goals for it. Like, oh yeah, I want to have this, and like still being happy with what you look like, and versus like, oh well, I'm not man because I don't have muscles. That makes no sense. All right, so this is my drawing finished. I finished my spiel on how men are depressed and how people expect way too much from men. And just because I have emotions doesn't mean I'm weak. Just because I'm a woman and I dress a certain way, it doesn't mean that it's your turn to try to conquer my body and try to have sex with me, or try to take my body unconsensually, or try to prove your manliness with my body. Like, you are already a man. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I hope that you thought about it. Don't expect so much from men. Alright, I don't think we expect much anymore, because I don't know what happened. What happened to you guys? What happened? I just need a serious talk. Like, what's going on here? Where did you guys get lost? We're steering the boat the wrong way. Thank you so much. Heal yourself. Take only what you need. Never more, never less. Don't be greedy, bitch. Bye.